Hi, Internet. We're live. Take it away, Jordan.
Hello, everybody. I have to rehost this thing. So, Nerd Immersion. Here we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children and mice, hamsters of all ages. My name is Jordan with a silent PH in the middle, and we have not played D&D in a very long time because life is busy. There was the month of July and it just disappeared. But now at the end of July, we're back together. This is our Rod of 7 Parts game, which is a 2E long, I was going to say module, but it's actually longer than a single module. It's a campaign that I have restructured for 5th edition, and we are playing it on the wonderful Nerd Immersion Twitch channel, thanks to Ted, with my wonderful players, of which one of them is Lex.
Wow, that's me. I'm that one. I'm Lex, and I play Shifter, the Illusionist Wizard.
Oh, so fantastic. And then Brenna, who just started a company.
I did, but here I am Rakiri, the Aarakocra Warlock, and I'm so happy to be back with all of you again.
Yeah, it's super fun. And then this is called Stalling for Time while LB oh, and then there's LB.
Hi, I'm LB Hackabup, and I'm playing Siren, the Tiefling Rogue.
Super exciting. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Ted, who are you playing and what's going on with our show tonight?
Well, I'm Ted. I'll be playing Lagwin, the Elven Blade Singer. Don't have anything crazy going on at the moment as far as like sponsors or fun things like that. I will be doing a Gen Con live stream tomorrow because Brenna's super cool, and I'll be building a mini because she works with the folks at Eldritch Foundry, so that'll be a cool thing. But we'll talk more about that at the end.
Yeah,
so
that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Boy, it's been a long time since we have played Rod of 7 Parts. Specifically, I had to go digging through a lot of notes to try and figure out what we did. But you guys have 4 or 5 pieces of the rod, of the 5 now. But you haven't assembled all of them together, correct?
I think we have 2, 2, and 1 at the moment.
2, 2, and 1 assembled, something like that.
Yeah.
And I know Shifter has all of them because he enjoys immense rods.
Wow.
Moving forward, our heroes are in the Anrak Desert. This, if you're here for the first time, all the past episodes are on YouTube or on my Patreon. But this is a Forgotten Realms adaptation of Rod of 7 Parts. So we were in the Forgotten Realms, and they were in the Anrak Desert. They went searching for a rod fragment here. They found a caravanserai, which is a kind of like an oasis area, but it's like man-made structures that kind of go deep underground to stay cool in the desert. They found some imps. They found they found an Efreet who apparently ran the place. He had a pet flail snail. Siren got turned into stone by a Medusa. You guys found a potion to set Siren free. The Efreet didn't like that. You guys attacked him. You looted everything. You guys got some really good stuff. I believe there was a ring of genie summoning, a dancing scimitar, a ring of shooting stars, and another potion of stone to flesh. Then you decided to not long rest. You took a short rest to attune to some stuff, and you all took to the skies because a lot of you can fly now. And you started flying back to Baldur's Gate as fast as you can, which is going to be a very long journey. Flying, but still faster than walking. And then it got dark, and you're like, we should probably rest up. So you went to sleep. Somebody, maybe Shifter, was flying up in the air. And you saw a tremor on the sands kind of coming towards you. And out popped a wacky, wavy, inflatable arm tube man, also known as a Ferrum. And a Ferrum is a magical creature from the old ages of Netheril. It is the reason that the Anrak Desert is a desert, because magic has just sucked the life out of that place. And these creatures are very vicious, and he seemed to want some magical items. I know Shifter threw him a magic item. I don't know exactly what you threw.
I threw 1 or 2 of my trinkets, I think,
Oh,
because I was like, here's some minor magic items.
Yes. And he devoured them up, and then he wanted more. And so we will start this game off by rolling initiative. It is dark out. There is a large aberration hanging out.
Yeah, and if I recall, I was still like a minute away from successfully completing Leomund's tiny hut.
You were.
Yeah,
yes,
so that ain't gonna
yes.
happen. So
Yeah,
don't think I'm just
you were
gonna.
counting down. That's right.
I
was
know,
like, you got like 3 minutes left, and you're like, So
Yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna spend the rest of this fight not doing anything but concentrating on just casting this spell. So
if only you casted haste on yourself, so you could have done the ritual in 5 minutes.
if it works like that in this game, that's great. Let me know.
Tell me your initiatives.
23 for Lagwin.
23 for Lagwin.
It's a big 5.
5 for Rikiri.
8.
8 for Siren.
My first roll of the game was a natural 1, so that means I have a 4 for initiative.
4 for
Oh no! What a
Let's get egged, everybody. Can't wait.
Oh yeah. So meta knowledge, they don't know this, but these creatures implant eggs in your chest, and that's how they grow more ferrum.
Hey, what?
aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I cast Alter
So-
Self and I look like John Hurt. Things just go downhill from there.
Yeah, right.
Well, the puns for John Hurt will be really good.
Mm.
I'm trying to see how much I need. Do I need a dice roller for this? Or I think I'll be okay. I'll just use real dice, like men and women, and well, just people.
People.
D&D players.
Well, or you could, if it was a creature that existed in 5th edition, you could use it on D&D Beyond, but it doesn't.
No, it was
Where
a
it's never
custom
been
one that I
easier.
had to make.
It's never been easier. We got to bring back all the old jokes.
Yeah.
Where is everybody situated right now? So we're gonna assume you have like a little fire, a little campsite. Maybe you were trying to get Lehman's tiny hut up.
Yeah.
We
Siren
were-
and Rikiri, what were you guys doing? I'll let you place yourselves where you wish before. we start.
If I recall correctly, I think I was like flying, doing like a patrol kind of.
Yeah, I think like Rikiri and I, didn't we find the monster and we interacted
think
with
we
it
did.
a little bit, and then we were like running back to the campsite.
Yeah,
or
then we were like,
something?
ooh, this is maybe bad. We should.
Yeah. So I think we're both airborne, about to get back to the campsite. I think.
Yeah, I
Okay.
believe so.
Siren was sitting back at the camp with her sunglasses on, getting a tan
Oh, so
in the
cool.
waning sunlight.
And I was casting Leomund's tiny hut like a responsible adult. It's fine.
All right. Let me
And then being sad that it's not going to work.
my dice simulator. Oh. There we go. Okay. So if I do, yes, that's exactly what I needed. Okay. So now I can roll some dice there and it's all good. So top of the round, our good friend, Lagwin, what would you like to do? This guy is floating 3 feet off the ground, 4 feet off the ground.
Okay, and how far from me? So I would say wherever the campsite is, I'd probably be in the center to get the most out of the casting of the hut. So I don't know how that puts me from this guy.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So I'm going to assume Rikiri and Shifter, they're probably, I don't know, would you say 60 feet away? Is that an okay number, like in your minds?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the Ferrum is another 30. So you're probably 90 feet away from him.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I didn't do any real research, so I don't really know what this thing is truly capable of.
No. Wacky, wavy, inflatable arm tube.
Yeah, so first thing that I'll do is use a bonus action to activate Blade Song. That'll be step 1, as I typically do. And then I will use an action to cast my last 3rd level spell slot and activate Haste. And then my hasted action, there's nothing I can do. I'll hide.
You can move and dash, can't you?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna rush out to meet this thing. Like, I've been getting talked down to constantly. I ain't running out to save people. I'll wait for this. This thing will come to me.
All right.
We're in a desert.
The
There's
chosen one.
Yeah. But you know where we are? In a desert. You know what a desert is made of? Sand. Do you know what I hate? Sand. Of course,
Yes,
Small
everywhere.
and
it gets
coarse.
small, it gets everywhere. We're in a desert. There's no place to hide, right?
You're
No,
tearing
I
me
mean,
apart.
there's no dunes or anything really.
Okay.
It's just kind of flat, open desert. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't even cast a spell with the hasted action. So, yep. I just wait, I guess.
Next is the Ferrum. The Ferrum has some stuff. So he makes something. So he is in 30 feet, but he can fly, just so you guys know. So he's going to fly up towards Rikiri and Shifter, and I'll roll a d6 to see who he's more interested in. He is more interested in Shifter.
All right, here we go.
And he is going to run up, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at these legendary actions so I know what he can do.
Oh yeah. No, take your time.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. He's going to cast.
Hold on.
Yes.
He's going to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Oh, we know how this works now.
Yeah.
I have-
almost said which spell it was too.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna let you because I'm not gonna cheat. So I have counterspell prepared. Yes.
Yeah, we all did.
Yes. Okay, so I do have that prepared. I am gonna cast counterspell because this thing seems. Shifter doesn't know much about it, but they do know it's highly magical and it eats magical items. So they're going to assume that it can do some blasting, some real blasting. Yeah, I'm gonna cast counterspell at 4th level because that's the slots that I have.
Yep. Feel that.
Okay. 4th level, you counter it. So he does it. Do you know what he was trying to cast, or?
No, and I
I
don't.
don't think you do. Yeah.
I'm too frightened to care. Shifter just turns around midair and is just like, no, thank you. Just casts a bubble of magical energy and it goes over the Ferrum's hands and then bursts and all the magic dissipates.
Okay, so he will. He will be angered by that. He will take a legendary action.
No.
And I need Rikiri and Shifter to make a strength saving throw.
Oh. It's a big -1 coming at you.
Oh boy.
No, it's a 17.
That is a failure.
Ooh, oh
Then
boy.
I also failed. Yeah, I got a 14.
He some like electricity starts coming off of his body and goes down into the sand, and it starts swirling around very fast, and he like hurls this mixture of electricity and sand up at you, and you can see a light bending as this like wave of force comes up and hits you. You each take 11 bludgeoning damage and are knocked back 20 feet, and you fall to the ground.
We fall out of the sky to the ground.
Yes. Yeah, so you probably take 1d10 damage. Yeah.
Do you want to roll that, Jordan?
I think it's fun for the players to roll their own falling damage.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, hurt yourselves.
The perfect asshole.
Fine.
Ooh.
Oh, 8 damage for me.
Oh boy.
That is his turn. Up next, Siren. Your friends.
That was
having
his
some
legendary
fun.
action, right?
That was a legendary action, correct?
Right, not his turn.
Well, no, he had a turn, and Lex stopped it with his
right.
counterspell. Shifter, excuse me. And then he took a legendary action because I still wanted to do something.
Siren like sits up from her spot on the ground and like slowly pulls her sunglasses down. She's just, my God. And she's gonna pull out her sniper rifle and lay down in the sand and take aim on this bee. Lego. Oh boy, how's a 14?
14 will miss.
Ooh, it's fine. Do I have action surge yet? Nope, not yet.
Another level of fighter.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to say to Lagwin, we should kill that.
Agree. No, that was the plan.
I'm taking the help action.
Oh, okay. I was just like, thanks.
You have to be in melee with that, or you just help?
It's just the help action. It's a
Yeah.
I don't think I have to be close to someone. I guess I don't.
Well,
as long as they can hear me.
I think you can do it because you're the type of rogue you are. You can do it from far away.
Yeah.
When you take the help action, the creature you aid gains advantage on the next ability check it makes to perform the task you are helping with, provided that it makes the check before the start of your next turn. Alternatively, you can aid a friendly creature in attacking a creature within 5 feet of you. So this is not within 5 feet of you.
Is it within 30 feet?
Wait, am
no,
I
it's
within 5 feet of him?
No. Hers is 30 feet because she's a mastermind.
Oh. You can aid a friendly creature in attacking a creature within 5 feet of you, but this even this Ferrum is not within 5 feet of you.
Okay.
Or it's not within 30 feet of you. I said it was 90 feet away.
Yeah, 90 feet,
Just
so
kidding.
we're good.
Then I'm going to use my bonus action to hide in the sand.
All right, you dig a little thing. What did you roll?
I'll tell you what I roll. It's a 17.
Oh, you are so hidden, you think.
I just like do the thing that crabs do and like burrow down.
Yeah, they
a
like
little bit.
shuffle down.
Yeah.
There's like a reed sticking up that you're breathing out of.
It's just the front of my sniper rifle.
Rikiri, you have been thrown down to the ground. It hurts a lot. This wall of force hits you. What would you like to do? Excuse me.
So I'm on the ground now, right?
Yes, you are.
I would like to get up off the ground.
Yeah.
And take flight again. And I'm going to Eldritch Blast this dude.
Okay.
Is what I'm going to do. Which I do remember how to use D&D Beyond, so no worries there.
Oh, that, I mean,
Just
I
in
was
case-
worried. Like, we
Just
talked
in
about
case
it.
anyone was concerned, I definitely remember where everything is.
Which is good.
Okay. First blast, 15.
15 misses.
Yeah. Oh, nat 20.
Hey.
For a 29.
That will do it.
Yeah. So he's gonna take 11 damage from me.
What kind of damage?
That is force damage.
Force damage. Okay. It hits him, and he like shakes his head. What constitutes a weird mouth head, and he's very upset. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action to healing light myself
Okay.
for 2d6.
All right. Are you? And then so you stood up, and then you took flight 15 feet away, I assume, because that's half your movement to stand up.
Yeah.
Or
Let's
how much is
say
your
that.
fly speed?
My fly speed is 50.
Oh, so you could get 25 feet away. So
Yeah, then
Okay.
I wanna get as far away.
there you go. Excellent. Shifter, you're on the ground. What's happening?
Shifter gets up. Shifter starts running towards the campsite, just being like, this is so much more deeply unpleasant than I thought. And as they're doing that, they're going to turn back. They're going to take out the rod, the fused rod piece, Ruet Callum, right? That's how you pronounce that. I know how to pronounce things. And I'm going to cast slow, or I'm going to attempt to cast slow on the Thurim.
Okay. What do I make?
Oh, slow. What is the DC for that? I believe it's a 17. Yes.
What stat?
Oh, it doesn't say in the stat block. I think I'm going to look
You
it
should
up.
be able to highlight the slow spell.
Listen, I don't know how D&D Beyond works.
Why do we use it then?
Because It's easier than
Oh,
ever.
because it makes everything easier? Yeah, this is real easy right now.
This is wisdom.
This game's
it's,
just whistling along.
it's wisdom.
Wisdom save. He makes a 21 wisdom save.
Ah. Shifter keeps running and being like, no, it's so bad. Everything is bad.
All right, you get 15 feet away on the ground. Up next, Lagwin, your friends are having fun. What would you like to do?
So this thing is still like 90 feet away at this point, right?
Yeah, at this point it's still
It hasn't really
away.
moved at all. Okay.
Well, he tried to cast a spell, you stopped him, and then he sent out a burst of energy, and that's where he's been. He just stood in one spot, yeah.
Okay, so what I will do is use bonus action to activate Sunblade, as I typically do. And then, they're doing fine. I'm gonna give them one more. Give them one more turn. I'm gonna use an action, and I'm gonna cast Firebolt. Firebolt at this guy. We'll see how this goes.
Right.
Here we go. Hey, that's a 16, so 22.
All right, that hits.
All right, and we are gonna deal maybe. I don't know how this thing handles fire damage. 11 points of fire damage.
All right, he takes 5 damage.
Oh no. Well then, I will move 30 feet forward.
Okay.
And then I will stand there.
Fantastic. It is our good buddy the Ferrum's turn. Oh, this is fun. Okay, hang on. Well, okay. Crumble. Do I want to do this? Who's close? I can get Rikiri. I think. And I think Rikiri is out of range. I can get Shifter.
Uh-oh.
Shifter.
Well,
Shifter.
here it comes.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Oh, you're gonna cast a spell, are you? Wow. Oh, this is a tough call. I'm like almost out of spell slots. Yeah, I've got the wand.
I was gonna say you won't have any if you're dead.
Yeah, I know, right? So I'm gonna use basically my last spell slot, or at least my last high level spell slot. And I'm going to counter it at 4th level, or attempt to counter it at 4th level.
4th level. This is a 5th level spell.
Come on.
So it's DC 15.
10 plus the spell level. Yep.
Yes, and I'm rolling
Intelligence
Arcana
check.
or Intelligence. Intelligence. What is my intelligence bonus? It's +4.
Or is it, Ted? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it your spell attack? Or
It's
is it
just the mod. There's
Okay.
ways to break that with certain builds, but
I can see on the stream that I have charges, and I'm going to use one to reroll this. because I failed.
all right, there you go.
Okay, there we go. That's a success. I got a 20.
All right.
Nice.
Using
He,
charges.
He's really upset. He's
I
going to
throw-
move forward 30 feet.
Yeah, I like it starts casting another spell, and I'm like, please, no, it's not that either. And I just hold my hands out, and these like multicolored strings just of a light just shoot out of them and wrap around its hands, and then messes up their spell.
Your magic is so much more colorful than last time.
I know.
Like literally this morning.
Mm.
Excellent. Siren, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna take another shot because I'm not throwing away mine.
Oh no.
Oh, you know what this Ferrum's doing? He's defying gravity.
Mm.
Damn it!
Did you throw away your shot?
I did.
I hope you're
and-
happy now. I hope you're happy now. Okay.
And then I'm gonna hide again because damn these puns.
All right.
That's not
Hide.
very good.
What is it?
12.
12.
It's like half in the
At
sand,
the
horns
end
sticking.
of that turn, he's going to use a legendary action. He's going to put out a hand, Darth Vader style, and squeeze it. And I need our
Does
good
it have
friend,
hands?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
4.
Shifter. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Also, Ted, you took a charge away from Siren instead.
Oops,
of me.
my bad. I'll fix it. Thank you. I took one away because I thought she was gonna not throw her shot away, but she did. So
Oh no,
my bad.
So I'm sorry. Constitution
Constitution
is
saving throw.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a big 6 for me, dog.
And we're not burning stuff. You're good with that?
You got one more.
I mean, I got. No, it's not desperate enough yet.
All right.
Okay. You feel your body going as it just like scrunches in and hurts so much. You take 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
And roll a d20, just a d20, and tell me what you get.
Sure. 15.
15. You broke your arm.
Oh no.
You have disadvantage on weapon attack rolls, strength and dexterity checks that involve using your hands.
Oh,
Well, at least you can only need one hand to cast. So there you go.
my poor bones.
Rikiri, what's going on? Your friend is not looking good.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing.
I can't help them because
I got rid of Cure Wounds because I had the rod, and then Shifter took the rod. So I don't have Cure Wounds anymore.
It's all coming together, guys. The synergy.
Yeah, it's just well-oiled machine here.
Yeah, I love min-maxing.
Yeah, right? We are the banana bunch.
Has the Ferrum moved closer?
Yes, he moved 30 feet closer.
Okay. Do I know what kind of creature the Ferrum is? Like, is it an
I believe you were
aberration,
trying to
demon?
talk to it, and you heard it in
Yeah.
your brain, and we kind of figured out that you knew that it's an aberration.
Ew, interesting. Okay. I'm going to swoop down to Ted
Oh.
and cast protection from evil and good on him,
Oh, now I am the chosen one.
which protects against aberrations.
Okay.
So he has a few benefits now. Aberrations have disadvantage on attack rolls against him, and he also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And then, so I'm gonna use my movement to, because I think I got 25 feet in the air, so I'll use my full movement to swoop down, touch him, go back up 25, and then I will also Healing Light Shifter with 2d6.
Is that
Because-
a touch, or do you have to? What's the range?
One creature you can see within 60 feet.
Ah, you're good then. Yeah. So
Yeah.
heal up that shifter.
So Shifter, you heal for 5.
Cool. Thank you.
And speaking of shifter, it's your turn.
Oh my gosh, my turn. I keep running. I keep running, except now I'm holding
Yep.
my arm.
Your hand hurts real
Oh.
bad.
Ow. And I'm going to.
Yep.
Yeah, I could.
Use
I'm
the
gonna cast.
rod!
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The only offensive thing I can really do with the rod is cast slow, and it really easily beat that saving throw last time.
Yeah, cast
so-
fly and fly on by.
Well,
No, you can fly innately with.
Oh,
it.
that's right.
yeah, I can
forgot.
fly innately with it, but this thing can fly just as fast as I can, so it can catch up with me anyway. The running thing is
You
mostly
can
for
heal
flavor.
yourself.
I could
Or
heal myself.
someone
but
else.
Yeah, is anybody else really hurt? Does anybody else look really hurt?
I mean, I'm not like really hurt. I'm at
But I would like you to use your whole action to cure me with that one rod that we have.
Oh
No,
boy.
I mean, if this
My
is
hands are dirty.
Siren,
Could I just wash them in your healing potion?
I think if this is Siren's actual HP, the overlay is not updating for me again, so I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, it's not
then she-
updating for me either.
Then she would be
No,
worse
I
for
don't. You
me.
guys didn't get a long rest, so I think some of you were at lower HP. Like Siren
Yeah.
went down, and you brought her back. I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if anyone looks really hurt, I'm at like a little over half health, which I'm like, so I might heal myself. I kind of just want to cast magic missile at this thing because I know it'll hit and deal damage. And right now, that's what I want to do because my character is terrified. Actually, yeah, my character's terrified. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm like, then I just turn around and like shoot a bunch of magic arrows at it, and then just keep running.
Okay. What level are you casting our magic
First.
missile? First. Okay.
Yep.
Roll the damage.
My single D4, which I got a 3 on, meaning it's 4 times 3. I don't know how to do math, but I think that's 12. 12 force damage.
Awesome. He uses his reaction. And if the Pherom
Counters
is
it.
targeted by certain spells, he can use his reaction to make a intelligence arcana check. The spell's level was 1, so his DC is 11 on this.
I see.
So I'll just roll an arcana check. He got a 19. The spell is reflected back on you.
No.
The Pherom is unaffected, and you take 12 damage.
Oh my
Ah,
god.
this is going. It just hit Shifter. She was like, "This is going so badly."
I said you should have used the rod.
Right up is just.
Do I make it back to the camp at this point? To the rest of the group?
I think you're next to Lagwin, but I don't
Yeah.
think you're at the camp yet. No.
Okay, I'm hiding behind Lagwin.
Would have been like, you should have cast shield.
Oh, wait a minute. Can I use my reaction to do that?
Yes.
Because I have shield prepared and my reaction recharged on my turn.
Yes.
Hmm.
I will allow that.
I'm gonna do that. Now I'm even lower on spell slots. But worth it. I have like 1 spell slot left.
Great.
My arm's broken. I'm cowering behind Lagwin just with a magical shield in place, being like, this thing is just as powerful as it is horrible looking.
So exciting. Lagwin.
All right.
There's the guy in front of you. You got a broken hand shifter
Yeah.
running over towards you.
So how high is how is this thing, like up in the air flying, or it came down to hit Shifter, right?
Yeah, no, it was 4 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Like within melee range.
Okay.
If you're on the ground.
Yeah.
And then it was going to fly up and cast a spell, but they countered it. So he's always been on the ground. He hasn't actually flown up yet.
Okay. All right. Then that works out then.
But he can fly. Like he's hovering.
Okay, but he's not at the moment. Okay. All right. So then I guess what I'll do in my best Star Wars style impression, in the middle of the desert, there's wind going on here with a lightsaber out. I'm just gonna walk stoically towards this thing, pull the hood down as I get closer to it. And when I say walk, I mean run ridiculously fast. Like that beginning scene in Phantom Menace that they never do again, where they just disappear off the screen. I'll run right up to this thing, and I'm just gonna go to town. Here we go. Fighting with the Sunblade. Attack number 1. Natural 20. All right, feels good to be back, folks. Feels good to be back. Here we go. That is 18 points of radiant damage for the first strike. Second attack. 20, not natural.
Yes.
That's that's a 1, so that's 9 points of radiant damage. Hasted action. 25
That also hits.
for 12 points of radiant damage. And then I'm gonna reach to my belt and throw a scimitar out in the air as a bonus action, and my dancing scimitar is gonna attack this thing too as a bonus action. Here we go. 21 on the scimitar, which is going to deal 8 points of magical slashing damage.
All right. Wow. Yeah, Lagwin just
Stuff.
F's him up.
Someone's gonna have to hit this thing, and it's by Joe. It's gonna be Lagwin.
Yeah, but now
That's when I was trying to figure out who to protect. I was like,
yeah.
I feel like Lagwin's most likely to hit it.
Yeah, we'll try this. Okay, so it is well, actually, I'll take a oh man. Yeah, we'll take a legendary action.
Sure.
I need Lagwin to make a intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Intelligence saving throw. That is a 20.
Okay, you save. You feel psychic invasions into your brain, but you you halt them. Enraged, the Ferrum will come at you, and he will attack you 6 times.
All of those are at disadvantage because of Rikiri's spell.
This is gonna take so long. Okay,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that misses. That misses. So I got to do this. Okay, 2. Miss. Disadvantage. Okay. God damn it. Disadvantage. And how many am I at? Is that 4?
Sure. I really don't know.
I think that's 4. And last one will be a okay, yeah. So because your AC is like ridiculously high.
It's 22 currently.
Okay, thank you. All right, Siren, what do you want to do?
Oh, wait, those
Yeah,
all
so the visual of this is he like goes
kinda
to
buried
bite
the
you
lead
and
there,
you just
Jordan.
I don't know, I picture you just elegantly like moving, like you're moving super
the
fast,
Matrix.
you know, and
Yeah.
you're just kind of pushing him out of the way, and like he's just because he's got 4 arms. So he bites you, he attacks you 4 times with his arms, and then he tries to hit you with his stinger. All of them blocked. Amazing. Yeah, go ahead.
How far away is this thing from me?
30 feet, I think. Yeah.
Solid. I am going to. I'm gonna put away my sniper and then pull out my 2-hand crossbows, and go to town. Maybe. Let's see. Does a 19 hit?
19 does hit, but he's gonna cast shield.
Boo. Take away my freaking sneak attack damage. Second
Yep.
one is a 20.
Cast counter spell. Someone.
I seriously thought about it, but I feel like Jordan needs to get that at least once, where he stops us
No,
with shields.
I mean, do you, boo.
Nah, I'm gonna keep that spell slot.
I do 7 damage.
I don't
on
think
the
you
second
hit.
one. This
No.
a 26 doesn't hit.
Oh, 26 does hit. Sorry, I didn't hear that you rolled a second time. I was like, I cast shield.
Duh.
Elite focus.
That's a 26 does hit through the shield.
Yes.
Solid.
I'm engaged with it, so you'll get the sneak attack.
Yeah, you get sneak attack on that one.
But I thought it was on the
First one that hits.
Okay.
First one that hits, yeah.
All right, solid. 13.
13. Is that magical?
It's a +1 crossbow.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Rikiri.
What I would like to do is flying overhead. So he's like 30 feet away now.
Yeah, you're over him. Yeah. So it's like 30 feet down from you, basically.
Right. And then like Shifter, Siren, and Lagwin are all kind of clustered sort of together, and they're also 30 feet away from him.
Oh,
I'm right next to him.
No.
Okay.
So Shifter is running towards. No, Shifter's behind.
Yeah, we're right next to it.
I think you're all right
Okay.
next to it. Yeah.
Except for Siren, who's 30 feet away.
Siren's away. Yeah.
Right. Okay, I'm going to fly right over where you two are engaged with the bad guy, the Pharaoh. And I'm going to spawn like a Guardian of Faith right below.
Nice.
So anytime the Ferrum moves within 10 feet of the Guardian, it has to make a dex save.
Okay. If he doesn't move, is he okay?
I think so.
Guardian can't see you if you don't move.
Yeah.
That's visual acuity based on movement.
Yeah, it's the first time they move on their turn.
Any creature hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. But it doesn't say if he's like in the area.
Right, because it it doesn't say like if you start your turn in the space.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that like if he's already in there, he'll probably be okay. But as soon as he moves, he'll.
Right. Okay. Cool. Okay. That is
Yeah.
Rikiri's
So I like
Go
spread my wings and like just beam of light like coalesces into this giant like golden glowing owl that's just standing there.
That's awesome. And then do you fly back up? Are you within staying in melee or?
Oh no, I'm not in melee.
Okay.
I think it has a casting range of like 30 feet or something, so I didn't
Okay.
even have to come down.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Shifter, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm in so much pain. Shifter, now that Lagwind is fighting it, and Shifter saw the thing like make 6 attacks and just whiff all of them, Shifter's like, okay, we're gonna be fine. It just starts crawling away from the thing and just be like, we're all gonna be fine, and then just takes the rod and touches their like busted up arm with it and casts Cure Wounds.
Excellent.
Okay.
How many charges are you using?
I'm gonna use 2.
Okay.
So 2d8 plus. I'm a wizard. I don't know how Cure Wounds works. Plus 4.
Okay.
Where's my d8? 2. Does the plus 4 only get added once?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got 14 back.
Okay. Your hand heals back too, so you no longer have a broken hand. The magical healing fixed that.
Yeah. So I'm just moving towards the campsite, just getting away from this thing.
Okay. Lagwin, legendary action, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Here we go. 23.
Okay, you're good.
I love
you
that level of fighter.
He tries to force choke you as well, but it just doesn't work.
I find your lack of
so
faith
mighty.
disturbing.
Lagwin, it is your turn.
Well then. Here we go again. Sunblade attack 1. Oh no, we're going to use a charge to get rid of that natural 1. Because we're on a roll right now, and we want to keep that momentum going. So we're going to dock that charge and hope for the best. Here we go. Second time around. 16 makes it a 25.
That hits.
For 12 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Attack number 2 is... I'm going to use another charge, because that was a 2. To reroll that, and go for 23.
That will hit.
For 9 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Hasted action. 22.
Yes.
For 12 points of radiant damage. And the scimitar coming in. I like this scimitar. Oh, that's only a 4, so that's going to be an 11 with the scimitar, so I guess that's going to miss.
Yeah, 11 will miss.
All right, and that will do it for me.
Okay. It is the Ferrum's turn. And... he is going to cast a spell.
I'm going to attempt to counter it with a 4th level counter spell.
4th level. That you do. You counter it.
There goes my 4th level slot.
He is going to fly 30 feet straight up into the air.
Do I get an opportunity attack on this guy?
You get an opportunity attack, yes.
And he's going
Wait,
to
hold on.
Yeah, you used your reaction, right?
You used your reaction to counter.
Yep, that is true. You counterspell.
You're right, I did. But the Guardian of Faith
But the Guardian of Faith, he does how much damage?
So he needs to make a dex save, beat a 16.
Dex save. He rolls a 14.
Okay, so he takes 20 radiant damage.
Jiminy Christmas. Okay. Awesome. So we're gonna get rid of that spell that you did, or that he cast that was countered. I'm writing down the spells. So it's interesting. He can cast all of these spells like once a day, and it's just kind of funny to me. So I have like shield, but I only had it once. It's a fun monster. This is like a homebrew monster that I found that somebody like tried to make happen. Anyway,
Oh,
it's kind of cool. So up next is Siren.
So if math is a thing in this world, he was 30 feet away from me and then went up 30 feet. Did he go straight up 30 feet?
Yep.
So he is not within my hand crossbow range anymore.
Is your hand crossbows 30 feet?
Yes.
I think, and Ted, correct me if I'm wrong, but like I think fuzzy D&D math,
there's no
using
angles.
Underwater rules
solid.
means that
He's
if
still
it was 30 feet here, it's 30 feet here, it's 30 feet here.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
it's dumb, but that's how it is.
Yeah, just because they wanted to make it easier, so not everyone.
Yeah, no diagonals, none of that. Pythagorean theorem.
So.
All right.
Yeah, you don't like doing the Pythagorean theorem? Stop the game and do that.
Pythagoras.
30.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. All right,
Why are
Lego.
there letters in math? I don't understand.
Does 23 hit?
Yes.
Okay, that's 14 damage.
Okay.
Including my sneak attack.
He's not next to anybody though.
Just kidding. That's 8 damage.
Well, actually, if he flew straight up in the air, I think he would actually be next to me.
No, well, hypothetically, but like I specifically said he didn't want to be next to you because
Okay.
yeah.
Because he doesn't like you like that.
Oh
Does
my
22
gosh.
hit?
22 does hit.
All right. So that would be 7 damage total.
All right.
Magical. And then yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay. Who is within 30 feet of him? Basically everybody but Shifter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 30 feet straight down.
Yeah. So make all three of you except Shifter make a strength saving throw.
That's a 13.
6.
What do we got?
13.
6.
Fail.
Six.
Fail.
Yeah.
You all take 14 bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone from his telekinetic
13?
storm. 14 bludgeoning damage.
I'm gonna cut that in
He
half.
whirls up more of that electricity stuff and fires off another like. Cool.
So if
Cool
I'm
force.
knocked prone, does that mean I'm knocked out of the sky?
You are, yeah. So you roll a d10 and we'll have you fall down.
Jesus. Okay.
Well, how much did you take? Because inquiring minds want to know.
9.
9. Oh, bludgeoning damage. Okay. That was his legendary action.
Yeah, I took 9 falling damage.
Yeah, 9 falling damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rikiri, it is your turn.
I'm going to healing light myself with my last 2 d6s because I'm very low health now.
Oh, and I think you need to make a concentration check, Ted.
I haven't actually taken any hit point damage. I'm still working on temporary hit points.
Oh, you don't take it for temporary hit points?
They're not actual hit points, so you're not suffering hit point damage. I've got 2 left from my giant strength potion from like 3 sessions ago because it gave me 55.
No, we rested in between that.
It doesn't
go away
go
on a long rest.
But they don't go away on a long rest. Not from that potion, they don't. Because it doesn't
not
even
from
doesn't show up till the next day, and they stay till they're gone.
Okay. I learned something today.
Mm.
Never give out large potions to your party. So. Sorry, Rikiri, it is your turn. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's cool. Man, I'm all out of spell slots. I'm all out of healing. It's like not a good situation. I guess I will. So I'm gonna move on foot to within the guardians like radius to try to be a little bit more protected by it. I'm not gonna go back up in the air because it just keeps knocking me out of the air and I don't want to fall again. I will send two Eldritch Blast bolts at it though.
Okay.
So the first one misses 19 on the second one.
That would hit, but he's going to use his reaction to reflect it back at you. So he makes an Arcana check, which is a 16, and since it's a cantrip, I think it's 10 or higher, so he succeeds. So does a 19 hit your AC?
Oh no.
Yeah, so you take 1d10 force damage.
Do you want me to roll my own damage?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Cool, so I take 13 damage.
Okay.
So I'm very, like, I'm gonna die probably. Just so everybody knows that.
Well, you're on
Okay.
the ground now, so I can get to you and use
Yeah.
the rod to heal you.
Yeah.
Shifter.
I'm on the ground.
It's my turn. I do that. Shifter's
Okay.
Shifter's just like Shifter goes up to Akiri and just like pokes her with the rod and uses the remaining 2 charges and is just like, yeah, no, I should have warned you about that that reflecting thing. It's bad. It's really bad.
She like has the wind knocked out of her.
You heal 13 points.
Okay, I'll take it.
Did you use the last charge in that rod?
Oh, I did, yeah.
Okay. I need you to roll
no.
percentile dice.
Probably low. It's the second edition, remember. I hope.
Oh, there it is. I got a 19.
Ooh, a 19. Okay. I was not prepared for this. I apologize.
Yeah, I forgot the rod did this. I shouldn't have used.
So I need to roll. Oh, this is fun.
Uh-oh, I don't like that.
Okay, so reality bends. Like you heal, you take that healing, Rikiri, and then you feel the rod just like vibrating, and like the whole world seems to go upside down. Like you guys are just like, what? And sand is moving back and forth. The Ferrum looks like really freaked out with whatever facial features you can kind of figure out. And you look at everybody and they're all just like crying blood from their eyes. And everybody is frightened of everybody for 4 rounds. So you all just start running in opposite directions as fast as you can, including the Ferrum, who burrows into the ground and runs away.
The one exception to that
4 times 6.
The one exception to that would be that Ted cannot be frightened by the Ferrum.
Oh yeah. Well, it wasn't the Ferrum. It was the
It's the rod.
Right, but you said everybody's frightened of everybody else.
Well, I can't be frightened of the Ferrum, but I can be frightened of everybody else.
Yeah, so you're frightened of us, but you're not frightened of the Ferrum.
I just stare at it.
He still runs.
Yeah, I still run, but I'm not afraid of. Just let it be known that I'm not afraid of the enemy.
Like, you're cool. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, you guys run for it says 4 rounds. I think a round is
6
it
seconds.
10 minutes?
6 seconds.
6
Or is
seconds.
it 6 seconds?
One round
I'm
is
trying to
6
remember.
seconds, yeah.
6 seconds.
So
But we all move 60 times 4
yeah,
feet away.
basically.
Oh, not me.
It wears off. You guys start looking around. You can follow your footprints back if that's what you choose to do.
Mm-hmm.
The Ferrum is gone. He's gone.
Well.
Shifter's like, thank goodness I was here.
I mean, I guess we won then?
In the
Doesn't
hells
really
was
feel
that?
like it.
Something that it was very powerful and ate magic and could reflect magic back at us. And, well, it was horrible. I think we should leave immediately. And I cast fly on myself using the rods.
We cannot leave. I have your fly can't fly any longer.
Oh.
Well, I
It did
can.
so.
Well, hold on. If we take 10 minutes, I can make a phantom steed that we could ride that would move at a relatively quick pace, 13 miles in an hour.
Yeah, we can take a short rest.
All right, I'll keep watch.
We can rest in the cover of the Guardian.
Yeah, and I will also once again attempt Leomund's tiny hut.
Or are you casting Phantom Steed, or are you casting?
Well, it depends. If we're gonna take a short, I don't know. Are we taking a short rest, or are we just running? What are we doing?
Well, you said you wanted to wait 10 minutes to cast Phantom Steed, so if we're waiting 10, we might as well do a short rest.
Well, a short rest is, in my mind, it's like an hour.
It is,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That thing, well, okay, so Shifter's going to make the argument that that thing eats magical items.
Sure.
And we're holding some really powerful ones, even besides the rod fragments. Like, we just found all those sweet other items. And if the fear wore off with us and we just met back up with each other, I assume this thing might want to, like, show back up and finish what it started. And I don't want to interact with it ever again.
No, I think that's a good idea if we move further.
Well, then I guess I will start casting this steed then.
We'll
Take
protect
me
you.
11 minutes.
Can you cast it while we're walking?
I guess. There's nothing that says that I can. As long as I can.
Jordan's shaking his
Jordan's
head.
like-
Jordan's
you have
saying
to-
no.
You have to like draw patterns in the ground, and like I think it's
Okay. Then
prepping
then
the area to make something happen. But
then
it's
no.
not just like let me think about it while we're traveling. So
Then no is the answer to that. So that's the options we've got. Is we wait, but we gotta wait no matter what. I guess.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's wait I say we wait the 11 minutes and wait for the steed.
okay. And that's what I'll start doing.
okay, you do that. 11 minutes pass. Nothing seems to be coming. You guys are on edge the whole time, but your phantom steed appears. What does it look like?
It looks like a horse made out of smoke, because that's what the spell says. So quasi-real horse-like creature. Grayish smoke, I guess, and it can take me and LB and our siren, and we can ride at 13 miles an hour before it dissipates, and then I would have to cast it again.
Okay. Are you guys riding all night you just want to get out of the area, or are you going to take a level of exhaustion and ride till dawn?
I think we should just get out of the area
Yeah, let's get out of the area.
Okay.
because we all need a nappy poo.
Hmm.
All right. You ride for 10 miles or so. The horse is significantly faster than Shifter and Rikiri, who are hurt, and so on top of that are flying and just kind of like but eventually you guys meet back up. Lagwin's been casting Leomund's tiny hut, I assume.
Yeah, immediately.
And really quickly, there's probably some argument of like, you started this when we weren't even here to protect you. We got to get it as fast as possible. Jovial fun. And then your hut is cast. You guys will go inside, and your gracious DM allows you a long rest.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez, thank you.
Yes.
We did it. We survived.
Wow.
Uh,
Click that long rest button. Feels good, man.
It does feel good.
Indeed. How far are we away from Baldur's Gate? Is that when we're going?
Who are you asking?
Anyone.
Rikiri's not quite with it yet. She's still like recovering and groggy.
I'm pretty sure that's where we were going. Oh,
Yeah.
because there was a big catastrophe at the orrery,
Yeah.
and we needed to check up on, or we wanted to check up on what it was.
Right.
Whatever it is has already long since happened, but we need to figure out what it was. So Yeah.
Do
but
we
I
have
don't
any
know how far
concept
we
of how far? We really don't, because we're just in the desert. We teleported here.
Yeah.
You got
so.
teleported here.
Mhm.
Does anybody have a means of figuring out where they are?
Yeah, let me just pull
Not
out
really.
my sextant and look at the stars.
Oh, there we go.
No,
It's
I haven't.
morning at this point, so.
Yep, there's the sun. Baldur's Gate's that way. That's the best I got for you. No, I have no. We don't even have a map, do we? Or do we? We have a map of the
We
desert.
do have a map, but we have no idea
where we are in the desert. Yeah.
Cool.
Nope.
Fantastic.
I think they did say that it was the lower half of the Honorok Desert. So you were in, if you're looking at the same map I am, of the Forgotten Realms, it's the area called the Sayadar, or the Sword, and you guys were kind of in there. So
Well, we know that if we just keep going southwest, we're
Yeah.
eventually gonna get out of the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think. Do you have anything, Lex, to Shifter to do? I don't have any like overland travel, know where we are spells.
I don't think so.
I got sending, so we could reach out to somebody. Doesn't help.
Oh, that's.
Hey, we're in the desert. What's going on?
I mean, that could help.
Yeah, we could connect with the people at the orrery.
Hey, Jordan.
mm-hmm.
I cast Nistel's Magic Aura on all the rod fragments.
5 times?
Okay, so I thought I only have 3 in my inventory, which is Fiat, Ruat, and Callum, and the Ruat and Callum are fused.
Yeah.
So do we have more than that?
Yeah,
what are the other ones we have?
that statue, we took it from, it was 2 fused together from the statue.
Oh,
in the
okay.
Ifrit's
So I just
place.
don't. Oh, because Jordan didn't had
it's
not
not
yet
in-
made something in D&D Beyond.
Oh,
That's
really?
right.
That's why I didn't
Sorry.
add it to my inventory because it wasn't in there yet. I remember now.
I have since made it. Let me get it to you.
Yeah, get that to me. But then I'll cast that. Actually, I have some scrolls of that spell. I think
You did make some scrolls of that, yeah.
So I'll probably use some of those. Let's find out.
You should get a bag of holding. That way we don't have to worry about it.
Don't you have one that your mother gave you?
Yeah, you guys got one or something.
Because you asked
What?
your mother for one
You
and
bought
she gave
one
you
from that guy for like
something.
A favor.
I thought I gave that to someone.
No, you gave the sending stone away. You leveraged the Zentarum connection with Mr. Megorium to get a bag of holding, I think, or something like that.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay.
You have a bag of holding.
We could put it. Why don't we just put it in the bag of holding? I mean, can anyone track it there?
I don't know. I mean, they can track it across planes of existence because they're coming from other planes of existence to come at us. So I kind of assume that wouldn't do it, but maybe. So I have 2 spell scrolls, so I'm going to use both of those. So I only have to cast it 3 times.
Yeah. The rods don't pull to the, we have them, they don't pull to themselves, they only pull to the next one, correct?
I
Right.
believe so, yeah.
Because I was going to say, if we put it in the bag of holding and you couldn't feel the pull of the rods to each other, then we would know, at least to a degree, that it wouldn't work. But
Once they're in a vicinity of each other, like you're always feeling where the next one is.
Gotcha.
The fragment. That's a fun.
That's
Oh
the
my
next.
gosh, a whole game based about frogs. No. So if you have the 5th fragment, it's gonna want the 6th fragment the most.
Gotcha.
If you have the 4th, it's gonna want the 5th the most. But they all kind of have a pull. But like if you really want to know the location, you need to hold that last one and be like, oh, we want to go this way.
Okay.
I had really been enjoying this whole desert. The resort we were at, very good food, terrible spa service, but very good food. And the whole thing had just been really a lark until that thing showed up, and now I don't want to be here ever again.
I could
Right.
have done without the theft, to be honest.
I mean, Siren did make a fetching statue, but that was also a downside of the whole trip there.
You know, I feel like I've been a little rejuvenated ever since that. I didn't want to say anything, but I feel like the minerals really affected my skin for the better.
Well, silver lining.
Shifter's
What's
gonna
wonderful
like,
about this
look-
group, we can always find the positives.
Of course.
Looking up through your Lehman's tiny hut, you can see up above you there is a humanoid of some kind in a chariot that is being pulled by 4 large dogs, way up high in the sky.
Anyone?
I think I'm still a little disoriented from the fall.
No, I think that's still there. That I'm seeing it as well. Anyone know of a dog pulling chariot person?
13 to history. Do I know anything about this?
You saw Arquestra with flying dogs way back when you saw her in a magical tent.
Oh, so she's a friend then. Can we just
Should we flag her down?
She was the last time. Who knows?
We're sorely lacking friends at the moment and a means of flying transportation. And I think she had magic.
It's worth a shot.
Uh,
Just whip out the sunblade and wave it around.
I'll stick my. Well, no. If I leave the hut, the hut's gone. So
I got it. One moment. Siren walks out of the tent. She touches her ring to her crossbow bolt, and the tip of it begins to glow, and she shoots it straight in the air. I've used the ring of shooting stars to cast light on it.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Oh.
And she sees it, and she comes, makes a big circle, seeing you, and eventually lands. And you do see it is Arquestra, and she's wearing her bard garb of like leather armor and stuff, and she's got 4 pretty much golden retrievers that are pulling this, but larger than life dogs that are pulling this chariot. And on the back of that is a fine-looking humanoid gentleman. He's got black hair. He's kind of thin, wearing red robes. And he steps out and he looks directly at you, Siren, and says, "Thank God I found you. Your mother has been looking everywhere for you." And we're going to take a break.
we're back.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Thrilling fight. Nobody got a large egg implanted in their chest, but just for fun, I wanted to read that if you did get hit, you would take 3d4 piercing damage plus 4d8 poison damage, and you must succeed on a DC 18 Constitution saving throw or become paralyzed and infected with a disease, a ferrum egg. While being the host for this egg, your body levitates a few feet off the ground and can't move. You can repeat the saving throw once every 24 hours, ending the effect on a success. Otherwise, after 6 days, the egg moves to the creature's chest cavity, gestates, and forms a ferrum hatchling, and comes out, and you die. So that's what we had on the line. But between the counter spells and the protection from good and evil and the chosen one, it did not happen. Good job, ladies and gentlemen.
I really like the stat block for that monster. Can you send that to me? Because I definitely want to use that version of it.
100%. Yeah, I can totally do that.
Very cool.
But back to our game. Our friends got a long rest. They saw somebody in the sky. Siren flagged them down. They landed. Your Vadi, the Vadi friend. It's been a while since we played, guys. The Vadi friend Arquestra showed up, and with her chariot of dogs pulling her in the sky. And a gentleman with black hair and red robes comes stepping off and turns to Siren and said, "Your mother's been looking everywhere for you. I'm so excited that I finally found you."
Can she not pick up the sending stone that I gave her and just call me?
There's a I don't know. I don't speak for your mother. She sent me to find you.
All right.
Do you know how long it took to find Arquestra? And he points over and she's like, hi. And
well,
then
how long
goes
have
back
I
to
been
him.
gone?
Well, a while. We went to Candlekeep and we didn't know where you were. There's big things happening in Baldur's Gate.
Right. Well, inform me promptly.
Well, okay. So the Gond dwarf gentleman. Do you remember him?
Yes.
Well, he kept experimenting with the thing, the Ori.
Right.
Your mother hired my team and myself to come down and assist him in magical expertise. But when we arrived, the city had already been. It's a total loss almost. So he was playing around with not only pulling things from other planes, but pushing things to them, and somehow. We think like he opened a permanent rift into the abyss. Demons just come spewing out next to the Ori. We had to abandon the whole Undercity, and now there's a team of guards that have guarding the gate, trying to keep the demons contained within underneath Baldur's Gate, so to speak. Yeah, it's very exciting. It's very exciting.
Was anyone hurt?
Oh, many, yes. Lots of yes. I mean, first of all, name your favorite NPC. They're probably dead.
Did we not specifically tell him?
Ted has some. He's got a few that he wrote down.
Yeah.
Chicken Nugget or something. That,
Oh gosh, I'll find
those
them.
terrible names.
That's why I wrote them down because they're so great. Anyway, I'll find them. Keep going.
Did we not specifically tell him to stop doing that?
We not only told him that, but we also what didn't we pay, or we tried to convince some of the other guards to kill him if he did anything too crazy.
Well, I mean, you hire, shoddy people, you're going to get shoddy work. I don't know why you didn't go with a more expertise organization, like myself. In the first place.
You know what? I agree. You just can't find good help these days. It's just, you get what you pay for. I can only blame myself. And Shifter just turns around and throws their hands up in the air.
I mean, perhaps this is slightly out of character for me, but who are you and why should we believe any of the things you're saying are true?
Because I speak the truth, for one. And I am Espen Flamedrake. Perhaps you've heard of me, or maybe more famously my father.
Have I? Jordan?
You can roll a history check.
All right.
But I'm assuming not. But
no, that's an 8, so probably not.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you've not heard of him at all.
All right, cool. And I'll be like, no, I'm sorry, I haven't. What organization do you work for?
Well, my father, Kaititris Flamedrake. You've never heard of him?
No, can't say that I have.
The famous gold dragon that's been all over Forgotten
Are you a
Realms.
dragon?
Half dragon, yes.
Does he look like a half dragon?
No, he just looks human.
And I make a very I don't know, Jim from The Office look at Siren and Shifter like, do we this guy just shows up out of the sky and everybody believes him? Like, what is going on now?
Actually, you look very thirsty, sir. Would you like a drink?
Espen turns to you and he says, "Stop jimming the camera." No, a drink. I mean, I'm fine at the moment. I think you guys are in dire need of my help more than I need to. We have to get back to Baldur's Gate.
All right, hold on.
You're
one moment.
urgently wanted.
Oh, one moment. I'm gonna take out my sending stone and just, mother. Wait, how does he know she's my mom? How do you? Wait, I'm sorry. Who are you speaking of? You said my mother.
Yes, the ghost of Waterdeep, the head of the Zentarum. She hired me specifically to come find you.
Hold, please. Takes out the sending stone.
Shifter just whispers to Rikiri, "Someone's been reading someone's diary."
Hello. I'm fine. There is a red wizard here saying he came from you. What's going on? Please respond. Hugs and kisses.
Very good.
And you hear back, hello, from the desk of Ghost, head of the Zentarum. Things are well. Please follow orders you were handed earlier. Period. Do I have to say period or just stop? And then it's
Are these the orders? Which orders were these? The ones that said just keep finding the rod, or was it something specific? It's been
you
a month.
assume. Yeah, you
Okay.
assume like
Okay.
you're on a mission from God. No, you assume you're on a mission to find these rod fragments to keep them safe or to keep them in the Centaur's hands. Yeah.
Wonderful. Are you going to turn into a half dragon and fly us there?
Well, I mean, half dragons don't turn. I mean, I am a half dragon. You don't just turn into one. Poof, and he like does a shower of sparks, and he's just like half dragon.
Pet the
Distinctly
dogs.
unimpressive.
Yeah.
Oh, are you a fan of the magical arts yourselves? Not a half dragon, I see. And he points over at you.
At me?
No, sorry, at Shifter.
Please just.
So about the dogs, can I pet them?
Oh, and Aquist was like, "Oh, of course, they're very friendly," and they are. They're super friendly and nice. They're just large. They're like bear-sized almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you find
better.
us?
Well, we heard. So Equestra, I located her while we were trying to find you and wondering where you were at. We traced you back to Candlekeep. They said they teleported you this direction, and we've been flying for days trying to find you. Then all of a sudden, in the peak of the sunrise, our Questra seemed to get a ping about your whereabouts, and it disappeared rather quickly before we zoned in. So we just followed that area. We saw your arrow, and here we are.
And how do you intend to get us back quickly?
Oh, with this, and he like reaches into his robes and comes out, and he's got another looking clock orrery looking device, but it's very handheld. Think of the alethiometer from the Golden Compass if you have read or seen that. And he kind of has this device, and he's like, we can create a teleportation circle with this, and I believe I can get you home. Or home to Baldur's Gate, which is where you need to be to help us with this demon infestation, or rather, help the Zentarum. I'm here to assist you.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to insight check.
It's all our fault. We need to go back and help.
And he's like, ding, ding, ding. Yes. Right. She's
Can I try an insight check? That I'm horrible at it, but Ted.
I rolled a 5.
Yeah, and Lagwin both are like, man, nothing ever happens this easy for us. Why is it starting? I mean, I know it's like disaster in Baldur's Gate, but I don't know. Can I do that to see if this guy's lying?
You may do an insight check, yes, to see if you're being led into a trap of 1,000 deaths or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's already Monsters Abyss in a random teleportation that they're like, no, totally, it's cool. We're going to take you where you need to go. Oh, whoa, natural 20, so 20.
Wow.
This guy probably has ulterior motives.
Okay.
But you get the sensation that he's been hired as far as you.
Okay.
You look at him and you're just like, well, he's doing what he was hired to do.
Okay.
So
I'm going to look to Siren and Shifter and be like, well, both of your people were involved in dealing with this in some capacity, so I don't know what orders or things you have to mop up mistakes potentially that may or may not have been made. If they're serious as we are hearing, or they're not. We have another mission that we've been sent on also.
Right.
That's up to you. I'll go where you need me.
What are we to do when we get to Baldur's Gate? What has the ghost of Waterdeep, which is how we will refer to her, thank you, what has she instructed of you for us to be doing there? Because if the city is being held by demons, I mean, get clerics.
Well, your mother, who is head of the Zentarum, and yes, she is not entirely sure. So I believe, well, I'm making assumptions. I am just but a humble contractor working my part in the entire story. Me and my crew have been hired to assist you in whatever ways possible at certain expenses. And there's, the Zentarum will reimburse us for various things to not, well, I want to point out that Baldur's Gate is not lost. It's very much contained, but we can't get back to the Ori. And having control of the Ori is of the utmost importance at this point.
Right. And so what? We're supposed to be able to close a portal to a different realm. And she points to the group. Are you able to do such a thing?
I mean, no. But I hear that the Cowled Wizards are famous for many spells and could potentially control this situation.
Shifter's just gonna be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not a half dragon, so I wouldn't know very much about magic."
Oh, I know, it's the worst. Too bad for you. And he goes over and a card flicks out of his hand and it floats over and lands I don't know, in your hand or something where you could easily grab it if you wanted to.
Just takes it, just goes, "Oh."
Magically flies around your head a couple times waiting for you to grab it and then goes back to him and he's like, "Oh, your loss."
If you would all excuse me for just one moment, I need to use the little wizard's room.
So, Epson, tell me
Yes.
more about you. And she's going to put her arm over his shoulder and kind of walk him away from the rest of the group.
Okay, yeah. Is your intention just to get him out of the way? Or...
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Rikiri.
No, she's just watching them walk away. But I had questions. Okay.
Sorry.
Yes, Siren and Epson are off talking about something.
Yeah. Well, honestly, Rikiri's fairly distraught because she feels like she's at least partially responsible for this destruction. So she's gonna go contemplate this.
Okay.
Thank goodness you've got therapy dogs right there.
Yeah, I am gonna
And they are
probably
the best, yeah.
bury my face in the dog's fur.
So friendly. Quick, what
I'm
are their
gonna-
names? No, I don't know.
Oh boy. I mean, when we've got such great NPCs now in peril, like Sugar Lips, Peacock, and Grenadine, what
They
could
might
you
not be
possibly?
alive.
What
Rest
could you
in
possibly?
peace.
Yeah, what could you possibly name these 4 dogs, Jordan? Equestria, what were your dogs' names?
Ceramic,
Oh, here we go. All right, hang on.
Morpheus,
There's a Sandman
Router.
comic. Yep.
Wow, you're just naming stuff in your room.
and Hero Quest.
Wow.
He's the bravest of them all.
He's the bravest of them all. He's old too, from 1989.
It's
wow.
a
His
His
broadsword.
box, I mean, his fur still looks really good.
Yeah.
I think that I'm hanging out
Broadsword.
with Router.
But
Router's one
Lagwin
who's company.
and Shifter Rikiri is in contemplation, looking a little solemn and confused. Lagwin and Shifter, what are you doing?
Where's this rod piece pointing?
Good question. It is pointing. So, assuming you know the direction they were flying from, which was Baldur's Gate, it is pointing back the same direction as Baldur's Gate, but a little more north.
Okay.
So, where you would be going southwest to Baldur's Gate, this would be a little. This would be more
Like west. Gotcha.
We'll just say west to keep it simple. So instead of southwest, you'd be going west.
So this fool seems to think that they can teleport us back to the city, and they want to gain something out of this whole endeavor, which I have no interest in giving them.
I would agree. I also have no guarantee. I feel like we could trust the people at Candlekeep with a degree of certainty because we kind of knew what they were about. We really don't know anything about this person, if they are who they say they are per se, and really this teleportation could be sending us literally right into a trap. And we would have no way, as far as I can tell, of knowing where it's going to take us ahead of time.
Questra, you've been traveling with this person. What do you think of
Yeah,
them?
hello, yes. Well, I was, I'm now included in the conversation. This is so exciting.
Yes,
You
good for
guys are
you.
all, you've got so many rod fragments. I'm so proud of you.
Mm.
Yes, so well, they came to me through various divination purposes. They found me, and they knew I was tied to you, and that's why we're here. You were going to die in the desert is what they explained to me, and we can't allow that to happen because as we know, you are collecting
The chosen
rod
ones,
fragments.
yes.
We had
have
it under
to-
control,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, of course. But for time's sake, I don't want to say a clock is ticking, but the world is it's getting worse. I think the Queen of Chaos is pushing through that boundary a little easier than she was able to before.
Do you know of this family lineage of who he mentioned? You're relatively worldly. Do you know who these people he says he speaks for, or who he's from? I've never heard of them before myself.
Oh, the Flame Drakes?
Yes.
Yes. Well, so I have to look at my notes here. Sorry. Tychicris, sorry, thank you. I'm writing down notes. Tychicris Flame Drake is a very, very famous gold dragon. He polymorphs himself as a humanoid, from my understanding, and has gone on numerous adventures throughout his time, also spawning numerous children, from what I've heard. And a lot of his lineage seem to think that they are special in some way. But Espen seems to have a good head on his shoulders. He's part of a very excellent organization that I've heard, and is living here in the realms doing honest work.
And I'm sorry, did he say he was part of the Zentarum, or he was just hired by the Zentarum?
He was hired by the Zentarum.
Okay, so what organization would it be that he is part of?
Oh, it's relatively new. I think it's an Acquisitions Incorporated, something like that.
Oh no. I don't know this though, so I'm not saying anything. Wonderful.
Or at least he runs a franchise. That's what I've heard.
I don't know. They can't be very good. I've never heard of them.
I don't know. I don't usually trust venture capitalists. What?
I guess they'd be more adventure capitalists.
Oh no!
Come on, that was good, and you know it. Get out of
It
here.
was
Who does the
good.
dad jokes here? All right,
So yeah. I don't trust him at all.
Correct. I would agree.
And Equestra seems to have a way to get us to where we need to go. So should we head towards the next fragment or Baldur's Gate? Clearly, both the organizations we left in charge of the orrery failed spectacularly.
Yeah, I think we need to start developing our own potential organization, possibly separate from all the current attachments and with people we actually trust, which is not very many people at all. So I don't know if Equestra can fly us on this device of hers, but if she can, I mean, if we were that worried, we could try to go in a Baldur's Gately direction and then veer towards the rod fragment, maybe see what's happening. Perhaps.
How fast are your flying dogs? What's Router's
Yeah.
Router speed.
Yeah, how many
dog
Yeah.
power of Router?
How many megabits per second?
Yeah, Mbps. Up and down, roughly.
Yeah.
She explains that she could get you home to Baldur's Gate roughly 3 days, maybe like 2.5 if they went full throttle. The
pretty good.
problem is she can only hold her, Espen, and 2 others. Now the other 2 can fly, but not at the same speed as that chariot. So
What if we got rid of Aspen?
and she's like taken back by that. Oh, good joke, Shifter. Yes, we just don't leave people to die in the desert.
Oh, I know I'm hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah, because we can't fly nearly as fast as they can go. And even if we got rid of Aspen, there still would be, not
Which
enough
we
seats.
won't.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I trust random teleportation from someone I just met who's just speaking and seemingly name dropping left and right, because it seems to make them feel powerful.
He shouldn't know that information about Siren. He shouldn't.
Well,
Listen,
I mean, she does have it right on her answering machine.
Well, really, I guess I see it as 2 options, really. We keep doing what we're doing, or we take this teleportation, because I don't think we have a means of really using Orchestra's chariot to really move things along. Do you think is there any way we can like attach something to this chariot to make it bigger? Like double wide?
I feel strongly about returning to Baldur's Gate to help, and I would volunteer for the teleportation to get back quicker.
I can try to probe into his mind.
Well, that would make me feel better about his intentions. At least the surface. He doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of depth, so perhaps just the surface thoughts would be enough.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Oh no, I know where this is going.
Yeah, what's going on with the other characters with Siren?
So flashback to,
Flash sideways.
cutscene. I'm thinking it's a Star Wars like wipe.
The wipe. Yeah.
They're walking in the desert. And,
Love it.
It's really exciting.
So tell me more about yourself, darling.
Yeah, and he goes into detail of like the time he saved Phandalin, and then he rose up, and him and these partners, they got together and they formed this organization, and they started a franchise with Acquisitions Incorporated. There was like a lighthouse full of weird demons, and this Splugoth character came back, but they took him down, all making a profit for the company. And how Omen Drawn has just been so enamored with them and their franchise so much, and he's just going like, as much as he can make you think that he's important, that is what he's doing.
Yeah. And so you know a lot about magical items and artifacts, is that correct?
I mean, well, I'm no historian, but I guess I have. Yes, sure.
I am quite touched that you came on this journey to find me, even if you were hired by the Zentharum to find me. I wanted to say thank you, really.
Oh, well, I mean, you're very welcome. You're a very beautiful woman. I don't want this to get in the way of things. I am a very business-centered man, and you should know I'm here because the coin is correct. So, I realize how attractive I can be, and like smoke. And he's just, yes, I'm sorry, I do that sometimes.
You look very thirsty. Would you like a drink?
Well, I think I've got a canteen right here. Oh, look, yes. And he takes it.
Oh, no.
Well, I was just at a beautiful spa, and they gave me the most wonderful herbal drink.
Really?
Have you been to the something, whatever it was, in the desert?
Sounds fascinating and not made up at all.
Oh, yeah. Would you care for some natural spring water?
I mean, perhaps, but like, I really feel like we should be going. Like, Baldur's Gate is in peril.
Please,
Don't you?
You can get us there in an instant. Yes.
I mean, yes, if we all agree, but you're pulling me off in different directions.
Well, I just want to make sure that they will get their minds right. I mean, you can't force people to do things, as you know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Are you making a deception or a persuasion check? What do you want to do? And I'm
well, I
assuming this
am
is your
lying.
love potion.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
Yep, knew this was coming.
16.
16. And I would roll a contested, I assume.
You would roll insight.
All
At
right.
least that's how I normally play it.
Straight D20 roll.
Mm.
So
Oh,
it's
come on,
not looking
dude.
good for old Espen. 15. Oh man. So he's very like on the edge, and he does one of those like kind of takes a sip, but like doesn't, and then like looks at you, and you're just like, oh yeah, like is it good or something? And,
Yes.
and then he does take a nice sip, and he's just like, well, I don't really. I mean, it's kind of bit of what? Like, if his eyes could like pop out of his head, they would.
Auga.
Yeah, right?
Like the wolf pounding on the table.
A heart.
Tex Avery.
Yeah, definitely.
So for the next hour, he believes that I am his true love.
Oh yes, and he 100% does.
Now, darling, tell me, are you really taking me back to Baldur's Gate just to deal with some demons?
Well, no, you could never be hurt. We must take you far, far away. Where do you want to go? I could take you anywhere.
Well, I could, I just want to make my mother happy. That's all I've ever wanted. And, if this will make her happy, if that's what she truly wants of me.
I mean, she hired us. She wants you to go back to Baldur's Gate, is from what I understand. But like, I don't want you to get hurt. I don't think we should go there. I'll take you anywhere you want.
Well, you
Icewind Dale, Neverwinter, Waterdeep.
You'd whisk me away.
Another
like that?
plane. Wherever you want to go.
You're so kind. Well, let's go back with my friends and see what they want to do, and then we'll go wherever you like. Well, wherever I like.
Very well. And yeah, he follows you.
She walks back, and she is looking very proud of herself. Hello.
There.
So, Baldur's Gate, is it? Couldn't help
I
it
don't know.
over
Where do you
here.
guys want to go?
Baldur's Gate. Where the destruction is.
Well, I mean, there's not a lot we can do about that. Has anyone else made a decision?
They're wounded to tend to.
Well, there are plenty of clerics there. Darling, we are on a greater mission. We have to save
People
the
are
world.
dying, and more will die if we do not help.
Shifter, your opinion?
Shifter's going to get in close and whisper to you. The rod is pulling slightly north of the city, so it might make sense to teleport there and then make a beeline.
Right. I have used a love potion on him, so he's kind of in my pocket right now.
You're so devious. And then Shifter's just like, I mean, I think Rakiri is just... she has a big heart, and I think we should follow that heart.
Right.
Also, we have this great teleportation ability with our good
Yes.
new friend.
That is 100% reliable and will have no chance of failing, correct?
At least for the next hour. What?
Shifter's gonna turn to Lagwin and just be like, Lagwin, you should have faith in our new acquaintance. I have complete trust in them.
Siren runs her hand down the side of his face.
Is Siren like deliberately keeping from me and Lagwin that
No,
she's giving him a okay.
no.
Okay.
But she's
Like,
not
could
going
I-
to
could
say it
straight
out
up
loud.
tell him,
Yeah.
and he would still just be like, "I'm okay with that." Like he's
Yeah,
so
that's true.
enamored at this point. But yeah,
A Questra might not be though.
That's true. That's
True.
Yeah, we don't
Let's
know her.
Let's try and keep it subtle.
which being attuned to the rod fragments, Shifter, you're feeling like I don't really want to lie, but as long as I don't necessarily just bring forth the truth, I'm probably okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Lawful. Well, fine then. I guess Baldur's Gate it is, to deal with a mess that was made by really not anyone that's actually our fault, just the people we put in charge, I guess.
We are responsible.
A strong word. Shall we? Are you coming with us, Equestra?
Oh no, I'm needed elsewhere, but I will meet you later. Again, you know how to summon me. Just leave an A somewhere. And
Right,
I'll
in the
find you.
ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All
And she
right.
hops on her chariot and she's like, "You're in good hands." And she
Yes, we are.
flies off.
I give a quick pat to one of the dogs before it goes.
Yeah.
Ooh, one last pet.
Sandman really enjoyed that, or Morpheus. Sorry.
Morpheus, yeah.
Well,
I didn't look at my Sandman comics. That's
Yeah, completely
around
unrelated, I'm
his
sure.
Focus.
darling, are you ready to go? We'd like to go to Baldur's Gate.
I am 100% ready to go. So you're sure on Baldur's Gate, because I think it's a very bad idea. You're all going to die. I highly recommend that we go somewhere else.
Well, why do you think that?
Well, I mean, and he like whispers into you. He's like, the other three, they can just die if they want to, but I need to keep you alive.
Well, I know
You're very
that.
important to me.
Well, you can protect me, right?
I mean, of course. And he's like a bead of sweat, but he's just like, yeah, of course. Like,
Have you
I'm
been
Espen
there?
Flamedrake, the Espen Flamedrake.
Have you been to Baldur's Gate?
Oh yes, many times.
Well, I mean, since the rift opened.
Oh, yeah. I was hired. We came down. We assessed the
Right.
situation, and it was decided that we should come and find you.
Right. And how many friends do you have there?
3.
All right. And you're all of this acquisitions band of people?
Well, it's a franchise of the company.
Right.
We're called the Vicious Dwarves, but the one dwarf we had to make it called that, he was a little too vicious, so we kicked him out, and now it's just the 4 of us. Yeah.
Too much paperwork to change the name, I suppose.
No, exactly. I mean, when you have a brand already, you don't go around changing things like that.
Right.
I mean, if you start with a PH, you have to end with a PH, no matter how stupid it is 3 years later.
Yes. Like,
Well,
yeah, jokes to be made, but I'm just going to leave them be. Anyway.
and this transportation, it's safe, yes?
Oh, 100%, yes.
All right. Well, then let us go, darling. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
quite.
Oh, by the way, Shifter, you did get a trinket in that time.
Oh yeah.
It
Lay
is
it on me.
a scroll case made of brass and steel that has an impossible puzzle on it. And then it's either relaxing or frustrating to you as you try and open it, depending on, I guess, on how you want to interpret that. Are you the kind of impossible puzzle is frustrating to you, or it's relaxing to work on something that you may never solve?
Shifter likes to spend their time doing leisurely things.
Like, are you
So-
a Rubik's Cube person that you're like, the fun is figuring out the Rubik's Cube,
I think
not actually getting it to be the point of the Rubik's Cube?
I think the fun is figuring it out. Yeah. So
Okay.
I think Shifter likes to spend their free time messing around with it.
Where did
Okay.
you find this?
Let's say we lifted it. Someone lifted it off of this dude. I hate
Yeah.
this dude.
Totes. Oh, Siren did. And just like
Okay.
it's one of those things where she like ran her hand down his robes and then like just went in his pocket real quick and like popped it back to him.
Okay.
This poor guy.
You feel a little dirty taking it, though.
Me?
No, Shifter.
Oh.
Mm.
If it is
Oh.
stolen.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Well, let us go
All
then.
right. Is everybody ready? Shall we return?
I suppose.
All right. I mean, this is going to be great. And he takes out this clockwork alethiometer thing. He starts doing some changes.
I
and
activate the
stuff.
Sunblade.
Okay.
Or just preemptively.
All right. The sand underneath you seems to have these metal bars that like come up around you, much like a larger version of what he has in his hand, and it starts like kind of spinning around, like you guys are in the center of whatever he's like moving around. And as it's moving over, you see like a city, and then the bar comes over and it's back to the desert. He's like, trust me, I've done this. I mean, well, I've studied this a whole lot. And he like clicks the last part and you guys all blip out of existence. And the next thing you know, you are on the rooftop of a very large tower, what you assume is Baldur's Gate. And instantly all of you like land and then slide and catch yourselves. And he's like, oh, that's interesting. We're at the very top of the city. I mean, I was not expecting that. My love! And he like runs over to Siren, like, are you okay?
Oh,
You didn't
I was
slip,
so
did you?
I was startled. Where are we?
Oh, yes, Baldur's Gate should be fine, and it looks like business as usual. Nobody's freaked out. People are like running the streets and things like that. It's like ships are coming in, trade is happening.
Mhm.
So,
Well, darling, it seems to be a little less, hectic as you sold it as.
oh no, it's below the city. See, the Flaming Fist and the various people in charge are trying to keep, especially the Zentarum, they're trying to keep this under wraps because as soon as panic happens, the money will stop flowing, and
Right.
we can't have that.
Right. All right.
So if we can subvertly take care of this demon situation,
Mm.
that would, well, if the three of you, me and Siren, we have there's a chapel down the street that we need to touch. So,
Darling.
No, many happy returns.
yep. Take care. Bye bye.
Well, we are on the top of a spire. We have to descend.
Oh, yes. Can I? How may I help you?
Is there
Shifter's
like
just
a...
casting fly on themselves and like leaving.
Yeah, I'm just
This
like
is
taking
fine.
off and flying.
The other
with
two
my
of you.
dice, please?
I
How high
trust
is-
that you'll be able to find your way down.
My friend.
Like I said, I trust. I don't need confirmation.
How's Lagwin getting down?
Well, how high is this thing again?
You're roughly like 140 feet up in the air on top.
Oh.
of
Yeah,
a,
so
a
it's
clock
fine.
tower spire.
Mm.
So
Oh, no big deal.
You just jump. Yeah.
This will be fine. Yeah, I'll just. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to jump off. That'd be dumb.
Well, darling, my oldest friend, Lagwin, and I would like to get down. Can you help us, please?
oh, absolutely. And he walks over to you and he casts or he walks over to Lagwin and he casts fly.
Oh.
And I should say he brings out that device again and he starts manipulating it and he casts fly on you. And then he walks over to Siren and he takes her arm underneath his and he starts manipulating it again. And the two of them just disappear.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I guess I'll
This is
just
fine.
use the fly spell to fly down before this guy casts something else's concentration and drops me. So.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
And you guys fly down to the ground.
Mhm.
Espen and Siren are there on the ground and they're like waving you down. So he just teleported you straight down. You recognize this. This is like the boats over there and the harbor and stuff. And then like, oh, if we go this way, it was the secret path that we took that you guys followed way back in the day when you were finding out what they were smuggling down to the
Mhm.
Undercity. And that same door where Rikiri put that owl that killed a whole bunch of people and caused a bunch of problems. That same door is there, but it's bulged out, and there are various wood planks that people have pushed up against it to like hold it shut. And there are wizards that are bending metal to try and like hold it to keep that door from breaking. Mending and things like that. There's a whole team of Cowled wizards and Tarum and some Flaming Fist guards that have weapons there, and they're trying to keep this door. And every 5 minutes or so, it just kind of like boom, and then it like goes back, and they're just like trying to keep it at bay.
Well, Bakuri, there you go.
Are there guards around? Like you said, they were guarding the entrance.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. What?
Are there guards around?
Yeah. So there are some
Yeah.
Flaming Fist guards
Mhm.
that are not guarding the entrance so much. Like they're not worried about people coming in. They're worried about something coming out of that door that leads to the Orrery, to the
Yeah.
Undercity. So they're
Right.
like weapons posed that way. Yeah.
All right, I'll see if I can try to like identify maybe the head of this group.
Oh
Like, if
yeah,
there's somebody
sure.
who looks
Yeah,
like a
definitely.
general or
There's
something.
like a guy that's kind of like you look alert and stuff like that, and you walk over to
Yeah.
him.
I'll walk up to him. I'll try.
He's an older guy with like a mustache and he's got his sword sheathed because he's basically keeping these guys in charge. But go
Yeah.
ahead.
Try to walk up to him very like confidently, like, you there, status report.
Well, we've got the wood, and we think that they're putting holy water on the door to with the things. We're fucked. I need to leave the city tomorrow because, I mean, look at this guy. And he points to one of his things. He's like, this jackass couldn't fight a demon. And he's
All
like,
these people
looking
are
like,
depending on you. You cannot. I forbid it.
you forbid it? I mean, forbid my grave is what I say. And he starts walking out of there. Hold tight, men. Keep him at bay at least till I get out of the city.
All right, I try to find another person in the group who looks like particularly like capable or brawny or something.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go up to them. You've just been promoted. Congratulations. You are now leading. Yes, you are now leading the effort to take back the Undercity.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
This
no.
would happen.
No, I'm
Anyone
sorry,
but-
darling. Not you. The man who's standing behind you.
Who, me? All right, yeah.
This tiny little stick thin guy just has a deep
Gets
voice.
out of the way. Yeah. Well, I mean, we've got as much situation. The city's ready to pump a lot of money. We don't want this getting out. So I think if we can stop this.
And what's your name, General?
Oh, my name is
Go on.
Brock Sampson.
God damn it.
Classic.
Brock. So what sort of volume are we dealing with here? The number?
Well, nobody really knows. The only one to escape would be that guy over there. And he points like back behind him. And you see the dwarf cleric of Gond, Drund.
Oh.
And he's like shivering under a blanket, kind of just like wide-eyed and not really knowing what to do. But he's over there in the corner. And he's like, he came running out as the rest of us closed the door, and we've been keeping it at bay since then.
All right, I want to go over and talk to Grund.
Yeah. You do that. He looks a little worse for wear, but he's working. I don't know. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, he's there, but he's just kind of, he's got a little bit of his equipment, none of his notes or anything like that. But he's, I guess, like, feels responsible in a way is what you get from looking at him, because he hasn't just skipped town. But he's also not assisting. Maybe he's just taking a break. This is a 24-hour watch kind of thing. So
I see you survived.
Yes. Magical accidents have happened. And then he just like, I lost my best friend, and he just starts crying. Like, and you don't see dwarves cry often, and he's very, very distraught by this.
Mercury was trying to like be tough and like hold him to the grindstone or whatever, but she can't really in the face of this. I'm terribly sorry. Any loss of life is such an affront to oneself. I understand.
There's still a chance he could be alive in there. I know demons aren't much for taking prisoners, but Milo, and you guys remember that Milo was the half-elf assistant that he had. He's like, but Milo is very good about taking care of himself. He might still be in that summoned temple that we had in the as a base of operations. I don't think it's going to last much longer. I'm not really sure.
It's very important that you tell me exactly what happened.
Well, we were experimenting with various materials to see what we could send and what we could pull. So the Gonds, we took like our metal of Gond, and we set it down, and we used that as an anchor for the planes. And when you activate the machine, it seems to bend reality, both the prime material plane and the one that you're trying to connect to, together just for an instant. And using that metal of Gond, we were able to get the Modrons. And so we had Modrons running around. Well, we tried elements after that, and we tried some water and some fire, and mostly a couple of fish, and various gallons of water would come out. There was a spout of flame, but then we started experimenting with other things, and somehow Milo convinced me that we should see. You know, we're trying to contact planes that have no real substance, but what if we could pull something from the abyss itself? And so we used various toenail clippings that we seem to have had from demons in the past, and it worked exactly as we suspected. We summoned a small dretch of a demon, but the problem is when those two planes touched, they fed off of each other, we think, and they went further in. There's currently a large hole near the center of the orrery that we couldn't close. And the more we tried, the more demons were coming out until we had to just retreat. I'm not proud of this, but I ran.
Did we not explicitly warn you not to summon from the abyss?
But the scientific study, I mean, we've never actually dissected anything from the abyss. Like, we could learn so much about stopping them, and I mean, of course, hindsight now, it is a terrible thing that we've done, but we could have learned so much.
I'm sorry, I'm just going to ask, when the planes touched and the demons started filing out, did Milo start laughing maniacally or any such things?
Not that I know. I just lost him in the sea of demons. I assumed he retreated back to the temple, but I lost him.
I see.
I hope you know that we do take responsibility, all of us, but we do, and it's important to know that you share in what has happened here. Those lives are on your ledger as much as they are ours, and that is something that you must live with.
Then he just starts bawling again, like, "Oh God, forgive me."
All right, listen, you done fucked up. We're very aware of what we told you not to do something. You explicitly didn't listen to us, and now you've possibly doomed the whole plane, and that's your fault. What is on the other side of that door? What is trying to get through it? Is it one thing? Is it multiple things? What's happening?
I mean, dozens of demons came spilling out of that. I think there's... who knows what's on the other side at this point?
Well...
Right, so that one door is probably not going to hold them for very long. Where are the clerics?
And then you just feel the door like boom again, and it like the whole like dust from the ceiling shakes as it's like coming out. Well, I mean, we can get some reinforcements, but clerics are going to do what exactly? We can't...
Paladins, anyone who has divine magic to seal these creatures in. Did you not think of that?
No, well, I mean, obviously, but we need to seal the hole, and then if you destroy a demon, demons just return to the abyss. The problem is the unending waves. We could go in and kill 30 or 40 demons, but if they are replenished immediately.
So how do you propose we close this portal then? Do you know of one or some way to do such a thing?
Well, that's what I told the head of the Zentarum, is that I'm not sure how to close it, but I bet those adventurers that were found the orrery, they would know. And I think she hired a special crew to find you.
Yes.
And he's like, "Hey, honey, that was us."
Yes, darling.
Right here. Yeah.
You did such a good job.
We found you.
Yes, you did.
Uh,
Is there any way we can close this goddamn door?
I'm not sure. Maybe if you can get back to the orrery, maybe if somebody who has some arcane or technical knowledge, it might just be the flick of a lever. It might be something else. We won't really know until we can look at it.
I'm just so glad we hired you to understand how the machine works so that you could have us come in and fix the machine. Fantastic. And the shifter's going to walk away.
You guys are getting paid?
Oh, yeah, I forgot that we were paying them. But the I need to have an aside scene. Sorry.
Mhm.
I'm gonna grab one of the cow wizards because you said there were some there,
Mhm.
and pull them aside. And Shifter's chuckling like, "This is just ridiculous." He'll pull one of the cow wizards aside, and as soon as we're like around a corner, I'm just gonna be like, "I need a full report. I need to know what Azkatla thinks of this situation. I need to know what the orders are."
And yeah, he explains that pretty much what Drund said is that
Sure.
like, you know, they were there, they were experimenting, all of a
Mhm.
sudden another portal opened. They were not informed that they were doing any abyssal like summoning. It was all supposed to be elemental plane stuff.
Yeah, we weren't supposed
But
to be.
apparently demons are coming, you know, out and
Mhm.
out, out. So that is a mystery according to the Cald Wizards. That being said, they all retreated back when the situation got too much. You probably lost to Azkatla, Cald Wizard.
I don't care.
People,
That doesn't matter.
yes.
No, the Shifter's like, no, I don't care how many we lost. That is not my concern. I need to know what our orders are from the top. What does Azkatla want to do with the situation?
We need to stop this because if Baldur's Gate is taken over, every mile that this spreads is another mile of demons we have to fight through to get to the source to stop
Hmm.
it. We stop it here and now, or Faerun could be lost, right, forever.
Well, if that's what they want, then that's what I'll do.
He emphasizes infinite layers in the abyss. Infinite demons can come out of that portal.
Hmm. You were supposed to be watching this. I'm going to see to it that you get a demotion. And then Shifter just turns around and walks back in with everyone else and says, "Well, everyone, I guess we just are going to have to close a rift."
The rods that you are now like more in tune with, Shifter, that demotion speech, they're just like, you're thank you, on it 100%.
Yeah.
This is great. They thought that was amazing.
Oh, good.
And sorry, I guess I feel like we're done, but does anybody else have like an awesome scene like Shifter did?
Well,
Or
sort
anything
of.
you want to do before we close?
Yeah, it could happen next time, but I'll still holding the sunblade because I never stopped because I know what we were coming into. I'm just gonna like close my eyes and reach my hand out towards the door and cast Arcane Eye and search my feelings to see what's on the other side of the door and all the way down to where the temple is and try to get the lay of the land like I did in the vampire castle.
And you can go through doors with that?
Yeah, like through spaces that are I think an inch or smaller.
There's no space. Like
This is
they're
perfectly
not allowing,
sealed?
this is
Okay.
sealed because they don't want things to come through. So
Okay.
even though the door is bulging, it is
Sure.
magically like they've been
Okay.
mending and using the fabricate spell to fill holes and stuff because they don't want anything.
Okay. Okay, and this is the door in the basement that we're talking about, or
The door in the basement that leads to that long tunnel that takes you to the other city. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if I had seen that they were sealing the door magically and it's not like breaking because I wasn't sure if it was like
they're casting arcane lock and all kinds of stuff.
Then I won't do that, and then I'll be like, "Oh, this is wonderful. I hate everything."
I'm thinking we need to have a demon heist.
We're stealing them.
No,
We're
we
stealing
have to
the
break
demons.
In. We have to break in under cover of darkness so that we can't be detected.
They can
Close
see
this
in the
thing down.
dark. What?
It's already underground. There's no
There's
night
no-
and day. Look, I love the thought,
This
but
is a-
really it doesn't work. I'm sorry.
I'm saying we need to sneak in there so that no one can see us, and then we need to shut the machine down.
Can we perhaps hire a demon hunter?
Yes, let's pay them to do it, and then we don't have to, and everybody wins.
Well, we would help them, of course, but
If we're gonna hire someone, they should be top notch.
I know these brothers. They're quite good at hunting demons.
I hate everything.
Oh, I'm going to also while they're doing that, Shifter probably goes over to the priest of Gond and is just going to be asking him questions about the device and what he figured out about how it turns off and on while he was tinkering with it, just so that Shifter can like, get a quick instruction of like how he might be able to turn it off, just like in the background. We don't have to roleplay that, but that's something
No. So we can say that you have, what I'll do is I'll give you advantage. You're not directly knowing about it, but you do know, like, I have to do steps X, Y, and Z to basically potentially reseal it. Whether those work or not, we're not entirely sure, but nobody was able to get to the device before they could. You'll have a better understanding of assessing it. So I'll give you advantage. Just remind me if I forget. So, and with that, I think we will break for the evenings. Tune in next week for Demon Heist 2020 in Baldur's Gate. It's going to be a wild ride. Thank you guys so much for coming out. This has been it's always fun. These are just a great group of players. It's a really fun adventure that I'm having running for you guys, and I'm excited to be here. This last Sunday, I did not stream my prep work, but I will be doing it going forward. So hopefully you guys can catch me. If you want to follow me on twitch.tv/Jordan with a PH in the middle, that is where I will be streaming the game prep. So you can kind of understand my thinking from the last game, and then we focus on the decisions my players made and how we go forward with that. It's fun. And if you like to see how other DMs prep things, it's a good time. And you guys get to help me, which is really cool. Let's go around and meet as I cough our wonderful players. We'll start with the eloquent and beautiful LB Hack'em. Tell us who you are, what you're doing, everything.
There's a love potion in your system, darling. Don't worry about it.
I can't read it right.
Hi, I'm LB Hack'em. You can find me at LB Hack'em on the Twitters and the Twitches. I think I'm going to stream tomorrow because I just hit 100 followers on Twitch. So, whoa, crazy stuff. I'm probably going to stream, who knows. But after that, I'll be on G Game Nights doing the wonderful Game of Elegant Suffering, which is a Good Society Jane Austen system. Lovely. And then on Friday, I'm going to be doing Friday Night Terrors, which is normally Thursday Night Terrors on my own channel, where Lauren and I play horror games. Super fun. It's going to be great. Sunday, I'm on G Game Nights again doing Slaying 101, which is a Monster of the Week game. And then after that, we're running Tomb of Annihilation on Indoor Adventures channel. And then after that, on Monday, I'll be on my homebrew or indoors homebrew, playing Gwen, Halfling Barbarian Fighter. And then on Tuesday, I might stream again. And then AOS on GGK. And then back here. I don't do breaks.
No, she does not.
That's it.
I'm muted, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Fantastic. Let's go to Brenna.
Hi, I'm Brenna. You can find me at Brenna Noonan. I also just recently announced that I'm starting a company, which I'm really excited about. So you can check us out at quillsilver.com or on Twitter at byquillsilver, BY Quillsilver. We do like development and art direction and product design for tabletop games. So if you're in the market for something like that, look us up.
Yeah, super excited. That's actually really, really exciting. And I thought it was the coolest thing when you announced that. Lex, what's going on? You're on really cool stuff too.
You're muted, Lex.
No, I'm not.
You're muted? Yeah. He was just working on his shirt, I guess.
Don't be, come on. But you can hear me, right?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay. So besides this sweet new shirt, I'm working on a really cool RPG zine project. It is a system agnostic setting book. I don't want to call it a book. It's going to be like 15 pages. It's not going to be that big, but it's going to be that, and it will also have an accompanying soundtrack that's going to be all instrumental dungeon synth music, because
very sweet.
It's what I wanted to do.
It is choice, guys. It is choice.
Yeah. So anyway, that's coming out mid to late August. Check my Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at Dank Dungeons, and there will be updates. I just put out the cover for it, and people think it looks pretty cool. So I'm happy about that. I'm excited.
And my name is Jordan with Silent PH in the middle. I do D&D lore videos. The last video I did was really cool and successful, I guess I should say, more than cool. People are finding it interesting. We talked about the old first edition Dungeons and Dragons adventure that was the level 100 adventure. Older editions of Dungeons and Dragons, you could level from 1 to 100 with not the best like results. Getting to like level 70 was cool, but you just really got anyway. Long story short, it's really cool. The adventure sounds fun, and I got a lot of people saying that after we finish this, we should run that adventure with these characters being like super powerful, like
That'd be
level
cool.
15 characters or something. And I was like, oh man, that would be so cool. All of you level up to 9, which I know is exciting for
sweet.
all of the rest of our party here.
Yeah.
So check out my YouTube channel. Again, streaming on Twitch. Basically, if you follow me on YouTube or Twitter, you'll find a bunch of stuff that I do. Last but not least, Ted, you do a lot of really cool stuff. This is your channel. What's going on?
Well, I'm Ted. This is Nerd Immersion. This is my channel. We stream here every Tuesday and Wednesday. That may change. I'm not sure if we're going to add other streams in there. But I do put out a daily video on YouTube, at least daily, sometimes more than that. So if you're looking for D&D content, boy, do I have something for you every single day. Which is great because I don't have to commute, so that really helps me put out content every single day. So what's going on with me tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time? I will be streaming, creating a mini in Eldritch Foundry's cool online character creator thing. It's good, thanks to my good friend Brenna, who hooked me up to get that going. So it'll be part of kind of Gen Con Online. So that's a cool thing that's going on. I just put out a video today about a website that a lot of people didn't know about called startplaying.games. It is a website where you can go find DMs and games and other systems, and you can look for people. People do free games, but a lot of the time it is, kind of a paid situation. But if you're a DM, you can go and sign up and put yourself out there and be like, oh, hey, you want to play at my game? I'll run a drop-in campaign, one-shots, whatever, and I'll charge $10 a seat. And you can make money DMing on there. And it started just after quarantine kind of happened. And it's been really successful. And like, you can go on there and look up GMs. Like you can look up a game and be like, oh, I want to play a game tomorrow night. And it'll auto adjust time zones based on other games and where people are from. But you could be like, hey, I want to play a game with Ted as the DM, or Critical Bard as the GM, or Adam Bradford from D&D Beyond, or Grant Ellis. Everybody's on. A lot of people are on there. You can go and be like, I want to play in their game. Here's what games they're running. Or I want to book you for my whole party for however many sessions. Go and do that. So that's a cool website I just learned about. And yeah, I've got a couple more videos coming out later this week. Where LB helped me do intro bits. They're really goofy. We had a lot of fun making those. And got a waffle maker review coming out later this week too, because a company that makes a Dungeons and Dragons waffle maker that makes 5 mini waffles that are shaped like different D&D characters was like, hey, do you want to give a review of our D&D waffle maker? And I was like, okay. And they're like, free waffle maker. It's a sponsored video, and you can give one away to somebody. And I was like, hell yeah, I'll do that. And they're cute little mini waffles. So how can you argue with that? So anyway, that's something that I'm doing later this week. Good times, folks. I love this game. I love this channel. I love playing games with my friends. I can't wait to see the shenanigans we get into next week. So
it's fun. Tune in.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you next week.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.